Another good thing, another good interesting point is had a home appraiser one time. I was telling him, I said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And he goes, don't do that. He said, leave something for the homeowners to do, the new owners to do. Let them do some personalization. You don't have to do everything. Leave that alone. Just don't do that. And I was like, okay. And he was right. Um, but seller financing, right? Let's touch on that. We could go down that all day long. Or creative structuring. Um, so I was just at an event in Texas a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to spend some time with Eddie Speed one on one, and um, he was talking about what his no buyers are buying right now, and he was saying you need to leave these sub twos alone, and you need to just go and pay off the underlying with a private lender and the underlying debt, pay off the private get the private lender to pay off the debt, and then get the seller to create a second for some small amount. And he said, those notes, are easy to sell. He said, but these sub twos are kind of hard to sell right now, especially with all the excitement for them. We do those. We do those well. We do those as uh, proper as possible through our attorney. But there's all kinds of ways to get in a deal that may not the cash offer may not necessarily work. And I we recently did a sub two deal this year that we ended up flipping. I was going to hold, but we ended up flipping it, and we flipped it in 3 months, and we almost I don't know, we bought it at 150, sold it at 280. So within 3 months. And we did less than $20,000 worth of work, and it was a sub two deal that we got in for no money down because I used a private lender for the second. That's another thing, right? Let's say you got a sub two with a $20,000 down payment. How many people have small dollar IRAs that come to these events and they go, I don't know where to put my money. I don't know what to do. I only got 20,000. I only got 30,000 in this IRA. So, you can put these small dollar ones to work all the time on seconds, and they're happy, and you know, there's just all kinds of ways to it. We can talk about that all day.
That's awesome. And again, where did you learn all this stuff at?
So I started my rabbit hole at Dealmaker, in 2015. That was my first event, and I still have friends and people that we do business with through that event. And you know, um, I, I don't know what to say. I mean, it changed our life. I mean, I am the guy drinking the Kool-Aid for Dealmaker. So thank you, Jim. Thank you for that.
Well, thanks for being a friend for a long time, and starting with your father, continuing through your awesome life. So thank you.
Likewise. Likewise.
Well, awesome. This has been a great call. I appreciate you, Forrest, for investing in our community.
Hey, Tom, just let me mention real quick, if somebody's in an area without a Dealmaker meetup and you'd like to start one, I'll put the link into the chat for that as well, because that website is now up.
Awesome. I know Rick and Terry were somewhat interested in Houston, and I know Brian Burnett was interested in Alabama. So
we have probably 8 or 10 locations right now that I've been talking to.
So awesome.
So we'll see which ones start the first, but it includes, let's see, Philadelphia, Chattanooga, Idaho, Green Bay, and others, Houston and others.
Atlanta.
So these, I'm just talking about brand new ones. I know we already have like Eric's in Atlanta and others doing a really good job.
Awesome. Well, cool.
Well, if I can say one more thing. So, we have, Dealmaker Richmond. I see, a couple of our members are here. And, I want to make mention that we don't only do the, in-person event the first Thursday of the month. The middle of the month, the second Thursday of the month, we do an online event. And this week, so what we do on the online event is 30 minutes to an hour, depending on, how long I feel like talking. And we basically deep dive, something that I liked about the in-person event at the beginning of the month. So this month, we're going to be talking about the Fatherhood Foundation. So one of our members, Mark Wilson, he spoke about, he's on the board of this Fatherhood Foundation, and what it is. They talk about, the growing need for, you know, active fathers in young children's lives. And he said that in the Richmond area, 57% of all children born right now are to unwed family. So there's a real crisis of lack of fathers in the home. So he's going to talk on Thursday. He's going to talk about that, and they do a Father Christmas drive right now. And so we're going to unpack that and go a little deeper on that. So I hope I can see some people there. It'll be a Facebook Live event, and it's in our Dealmaker Richmond group.
Awesome.
I love it. And I just put in the chat. I mean, one of the things I love about Dealmaker is the values of generosity and the way that people give. So thanks for leading that for us. And I know Eric's done some similar things in Atlanta. I love it.
Great. There was one question for you, Forrest. I don't think we got to. How do you find great contractors? It's so hard to find good talent.
Absolutely. Sure is. Right. And
I mean, I'll take that one. I think the best way to
Yeah,
find
go
it
ahead.
is referrals from other investors.
Yeah. Good.
Agree.
The best thing I'll
It
say
takes
is
time, and you got to build your team. You got to build a culture, and that takes time. And you got to sometimes swap them out when you're beginning. So, like in Virginia, I've been doing this a really long time. It's very easy here, but when I started operating in Florida and I had to find brand new people, that's a lot more challenging.
right. And I just think you always have to be hiring and always have to be firing, basically. So
Yeah.
never stop
Well,
looking at contractors.
It's building
my
a
dad had
team.
my dad had a great analogy for this, right? And it was in his electrical contracting business, and we took it through, you know, real estate as well. But he said, you know, you have a sports team, and you know the kicker's great this year, and then he got injured in the offseason. Now you need a new kicker, or this, you know, quarterback is in a funk, right? So we have to, you know, swap him out. You're always changing the team up. You're always looking for better. In a contractor, you know, world, you know, they get greedy, right? They take advantage of you after a certain amount of time. You know, they change, right? They change. They're humans, right? And humans, you know, go through seasons of life. So yeah, you're always, like in our business, right? You're always recruiting. You're always looking for good talent, right? You never stop.
Yeah. I completely agree. Well, awesome. Unless Jim's got anything else to finalize with us. Thank you, Forrest, for coming on again today.
Thank you.
See everybody next month with Lisa J. If I can get that on here, I guess I can't get it on here. It's not working.
Looks good. Thanks, Tom, for sharing that link to your Facebook as well. Eric, good to see you as well today. You guys are looking good. Yeah, I think it was great. I think flipping is a great way to create active income. There's a lot of things you can do right and a lot of mistakes you can make along the way. But I've been doing it a long time, so I've made all the mistakes imaginable.
Absolutely. Yep. So next month with Lisa J, December 17th. If we don't get to hear from any of you guys between now and then, have a happy Thanksgiving, and remember to be thankful for everything that you've been given this year and all the blessings that we do have. A lot of times we get discouraged on things we don't have, but I bet you most of us, if we were to look back 20 years and think about what we had then and what we have now and what things are easy now versus what was, you know, easy for us then, we have a lot to be thankful for.
You do.
Just remember that as you go through your day to day and as you guys go through next week, especially. And remember to give thanks too. Don't just think about Thanksgiving about feeling thankful or being thankful or sitting in this essence of being thankful, but definitely tell somebody that you're thankful for them. Reach out to some friends, let people know what you're thankful for them, and also thank God above for everything that you've been given every single day. Well, that's it, right, Jim?
That's it, guys. Go out and make some deals. Thanks for helping host this today, Tom.
See you next month.
See you guys
Thanks,
later.
you guys. Have
Thank
a
you.
great week.
Y'all take care.